with my wife, who Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see it right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else.
Yeah.
Now you're not as beautiful to me again. And the fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way, that's fine.
That's deep.
It is what it is, man. And like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time, or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good. I had that with her. And I found somebody else, but it is what it is.
Wait a minute.
Wait, who?
No need to worry. And you know
Sorry,
what?
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for being here for another one of my videos. Now, I had to make a second video on the LaVar Ball and Tina Ball divorce because some new information has come to my attention. Now, I have to admit, I jumped on the bandwagon once this story came out. But who could blame me because of how it looked? The fact that Tina Ball left LaVar Ball after his leg was really suspicious. Now, of course, I thought it was more to the story, but I was working with the information that I had at the time. Now, the information that I'm about to share now is from a creator called Casino for Life. I watched some of his videos, and he is a man from Chicago that knows a lot of people that know celebrities, so he gets inside scoops of some of the things that is going on in the background that we may not be aware of. Now, the thing is, though, this is allegedly right here because Tina Ball is not talking, so let's keep this in mind. But from what he filled in, it does make a lot of sense. So I'm going to let him speak, and I'm going to interject in some parts of it.
Now, the narrative has been going around that poor LaVar Ball, his wife just left him after 30 years, and he stood by her side when she had a stroke, and he nursed her back to health. He was there, and then when she got better, she just left him. Y'all really believe that happened?
Man, that was the information that was out there, okay? That was the information. But, truthfully, I've seen women leave men for less. Now, I do have to admit, the fact that they was together for 30 years, it had to have been something else. Even though, a lot of times, when somebody just leaves somebody abruptly, because I went through this, it was always a buildup. You can't really say it was one thing. It just was one thing that broke the camel's back. And I will throw myself under the bus saying that when my marriage failed, I did put final nail in the coffin because I got desperate, because I was barely surviving, paying bills. I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was trying to work as many hours or get side jobs as much as I could, but I was behind the 8 ball, and then I did something that got my wife into some legal trouble. Okay, and obviously she was pissed after that. But see, the thing leading up to it is that she was no help. She became dead weight. Even though she was getting some money of her own, but She was doing her own thing. But again, this video is not about me. But I'm just saying, when a relationship, a marriage ends, okay, sometimes it is one thing, but usually is a bunch of things that lead up to it. And the longer you are together, when something happens, people are going to be looking at you like, okay, so you left because of this. But this was always going on. So why did you leave now? I guess that is why people reacted the way that they reacted, because the narrative was he nursed her back to health and then she left. Okay. But thank you. You're going to fill in the gaps now, right?
Y'all really believe that's the reason why? Let me tell you about Sino. Sino get to it. Well, everybody wanted to be first and run out there and say what was going on. All Sino had to do was pick up the phone and say, "Hello, Jesus." Now, here's what the truth is.
Allegedly.
Good people, this had a lot to do with activities that was going on with LaVar, how he was acting, and how he was snapping out, and personality shift. After the partner had lost all that money of Lonzo's.
Money problems. I think that is men's kryptonite right there. Not that women don't have an issue with this as well. Nobody likes to be broke. But I think for men, because we supposed to find a way and always provide. Look, because I went through that in a relationship, men, society we put a pressure on ourselves, and society puts a pressure on us to produce. Not that women don't get pressure, but see, I think women get more of a pressure on their looks, motherhood, if they get married, you better hurry up, time is ticking, type of stuff. I probably have to update a video, but I know both men and women get a different type of pressure, but men definitely get that financial pressure thing on us.
And put the company at risk. The whole brand. And Lonzo lost millions, which he made back. The wife was upset with how he was doing things. And LaVar is somebody that don't like to listen, not even to his own family or his own wife.
It's not helping that he doesn't listen to people. See, this is why I feel like men and women should be kind of have a teamwork type of thing. Where, because she might see something that you don't see, because she's on the outside looking in, and vice versa. The woman's man might see something that she doesn't see when she's doing something business-wise. But I do think if you're going to listen to anyone, you should be listening to the people that's close to you, that you are in a relationship. I know for me, nothing burns me up more than when a woman puts more stock into what her friends and family say, and we've been together for a while, and everything I say doesn't seem to matter. Now, maybe that's my fault, because maybe I wasn't assertive or forceful enough, but I also think that if you are with the right woman, she's with the right man, you should be able to tell her something, she gets it, and she should be able to share something with you, and you should be able to meet her halfway of where she's coming from instead of just blowing her off. Let him continue.
Unfortunately. Now, the word around the campfire was the wife found out LaVar Ball was messing around with an assistant. Somebody who was supposed to be assisting him, she's seen some irregular activities from her husband.
That makes sense. See? That's how he was able to slide into a new relationship. This is the main reason why when a woman's with a man and she breaks up and she's in a relationship the next week, the next weekend, that tells me that she has a backup. And at the same time, men could do the same thing. Whereas men's strategy sometimes, usually, if they're going to do it, is they will be talking to a woman while they're in a relationship, smashing her and everything. Keep their main relationship going on. And then once the relationship is over, then that woman becomes the main woman. Now, of course, there's only certain dudes that do this particular thing. But because LaVar Ball has that alpha energy and aura, I can kind of see. It's not hard for me to believe that he has some side action going on, especially within 30 years with the way that he was acting. But I guess he was discreet enough that she was not able to find out about it. Or if he did stray on her, they kept it under wraps and they worked it out.
She saw some things that she did not like with his behavior from the moment he got ill from his diabetes. He was neglecting his diabetes. He wasn't listening to her when she tried to help him. He got sick. He went to the doctor. They told him, hey, you need to take your medicine. You need to do this. Lay off these foods. You got to do this. He didn't want to hear it. Still wanted to drink that yak. He still wanted to smoke them cigars and doing that, knowing he had them diabetes. And they went in there. They had to take some toes. And they told him, we're going to have to remove some toes. And then it went from the toes to we're going to have to take the foot. Then the infection went all the way up to like the knee. So that was an adjustment period for him. So she knew she needed to be there. He threw everybody out. Everybody tried to visit him in the hospital. He didn't want them there. The kids called him. Just call me on the phone. I got it. I'm good. Y'all going back to y'all business. Everybody go do what they got to do. Don't worry about me. I told you I'm good. Go and do what you got to do.
2 years on that.
Allegedly.
He became real snappy, real angry, real bitter. So she was there the whole time doing his rehab. She there. He's sending her away.
Allegedly?
Every time. I'm good. I got it. But the assistant, she can come see him whenever.
Damn. I mean, I can't defend that. If she was there, which again, I know because of the content that I see with the high expectations that women want. And the Steph Curry, Aisha Curry debacle, the Michelle Obama, the Jada Pinkett Smiths, that Khan comedian with his wife. With all of that, yes, I jumped right on this because this looks like another one. When I look at the clips of him and his wife, and I already seen him talking, so he comes off as a dominant personality that is cocky, and his wife seems to be reserved.
Then, not only that, he comes home. He's got to, they're getting his prosthetic and everything. He's got to go in. He's got to learn, get used to the prosthetic, get used to wearing a prosthetic, how to take, thing off, falling out of the bed because you're going to think your leg is still there and it's not. You don't sleep in the prosthetic, so he's going to be soreness. You got to rub the cream. She did all of this. She was there for him. He pushed her away.
With what Casino is saying, even though it is alleged, it may be some truth to it. Because it does help connect the dots. Going by what I see of her. If she was a woman that was constantly bashing her man on the public stage and then she left him, I would have all that evidence of like, oh, this is how she is. So it's no surprise she did this particular thing. But because it seemed like she was kind of docile with the clips that I've seen with her and LaVar Ball, even when he was in the pool trying to motivate her, she was like, oh no, I don't know. Like, yes, you can. Yes, you can do it. Yeah, she seems a little bit more on that reserved, feminine, submissive side. So for her to just up and leave, I'm assuming she had to really have come across something. And if he was seeing his assistant above everybody else, that is so suspect. And this is why I often say, when I see these videos, when women will proudly say, this is my best friend. This guy is my best friend. And maybe you can pull that off when you're single. But even when they are in a relationship, they don't care how that dude feel. But I will say one thing. No woman will pit up with being the second woman behind some other woman. Women will maybe halfway bear it if it's guy's mom. But even then, she's not going to like it.
Started having this midlife crisis thing. And was like, oh, she want to go on and leave. Because she's finding out that this man was not being true. This is what I heard. Lonzo don't even want to talk to him, really. He upset with him over the divorce and the whole thing. But it's his father, you know. The mom just stepped away and quietly. And I heard she's upset that he even brought this up publicly because that's not something he would do. And she's like, see, this is why I'm divorcing him. This is nothing what LaVar Ball would do. LaVar would never bring that public.
So, if he was really doing that, I mean, like, oh my God. See, with new information, the picture seems to clear up a little bit more.
Like, he never told the world when she had the stroke what was even wrong with her. He kept it in house. Now, here he is doing this. This is not like LaVar. Like she said, this ain't the guy I know. That's why she wants the divorce. She's not going to be made to be a fool. This will get your attention. This will get your message. She wants out. But the whole internet couldn't wait to go out and call and he took care of her when she had a stroke, and now that he lost his leg, she gold. It's like, oh my God.
Man, that was the information that was out there.
Boy, this is just unbelievable. And he's relishing in it. He wants to throw the guilt trip on her. And y'all didn't even pay attention that he's bragging about the other chick already. Oh, I already got somebody else. Already, nigga? Yes, you just confirmed the suspicions then, didn't you? But he knew this is what y'all would do. Y'all gonna blame the leg. Oh, she left a crippled man. He wants y'all to be the, so y'all look at her in disgust for leaving, even though he pushed her away. See, I know men like that, men who are very prideful and they real dominate the house. They rule, they the man of the house. And when they don't have that power of man of the house no more, or they feel like their power is, they don't have it no more, they get angry. They get dismissive. No one's even challenged them for it. They just feel weak. They don't feel like themselves. And it's a psychological thing where they got to get back and they really probably need therapy. So now here is this assistant who's there to waiting on him hand and feet. And he, oh man, she into me and all that. Yeah, this is a bad chick. He feel like he can get his groove back now with somebody else. But the people that he been knowing for 30 years, he don't want them to see him as weak.
So yeah, okay. This one was a fun one to cover, but again, this is why it's always two sides to a story. And it's always things that is left out and not being said. That is why when I'm talking about relationships, especially if it's my own, I'm definitely going to put my faults out there in ways that I probably messed up. Now, of course, though, some things I may not say or I may not touch or something because that will have to be a conversation between me and the other person. But I'm not going to paint myself as the total victim if I'm talking about a relationship fail. But I'm definitely going to point out things that they was doing that was suspect. And there's no excuse for that, for either one of us behaving in some of the ways that we might have behaved in that relationship. So, what's the verdict here? Actually, I might make one more video about this situation because it's something I want to point out. It's not really on LaVar Ball and Tina Ball's marriage per se, but okay, you're just going to have to wait and see. Also, if you're new here, watching my video for the first time, I have plenty of other videos that you can see. After the credits roll, you will be able to see it right there. On this channel, I try to be fair, but I am coming from the man's perspective. I'm not woman bashing on here, but I will be pointing out bad behavior. And I also will point out bad behavior with men. But because most people do not tell women the truth of how they are behaving, I'm definitely going to be leaning more that way. And the men that do it, they go a little bit too hard, or they'll say part of the truth and then they'll start bashing and acting like the men are not without fault. So that's it. Give me a like and subscribe and have a good night.
Steven Crowder, he married a virgin, a virgin Christian woman, right?
Did they break up?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit, the Crowder, dude.
Yeah, so what she did was she leaked footage to the press and called him an abuser.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
What
and
was
she edited, I could show you the
we
footage.
We need a Joe Rogan. Pull it up.
Yeah. So
Jimmy
she edited the footage to make it seem like, so what happened was they went into the house and he said like, what she put in the transcript was he said, "I'll fuck you up." And he said, "I'll fuck you up. Wait, I didn't mean it like that." So right immediately after, but she cut it. So that's it's completely different context, right? And he's like, wait, I didn't mean it like that. So this footage, but all of the people in conservative media pushed it around. And what else was he supposed to do? He found a Christian woman, no tattoos, blonde chick, virgin. What more should he have done? So it's like you guys sell this like right woman.
I'm not selling.